little roadblock, my friends there, the sheep. Listen people, I'm down here in County Kildare. Over here, this place here is called the Curragh. There's a big army camp over here, right? And I'm heading at the minute to a place called the High Cross of Moone, right? It's a Celtic cross that's supposed to be dated back to the 8th century, right? Now, I was down there years and years ago, and yeah, so that's where I'm heading, people. And then after I visit there, of course, we have to go and get the spuds, right? So I'll go then for the spud somewhere, and then I'll think of somewhere else to go. So stay tuned, my friends, on a lovely cloudy day. I like the cloud days for filming, you know, and taking pictures. Anyway, people, stay tuned. Right people, let's go in and investigate this high cross from the 8th century, okay? Stay tuned, my friends. Now people, have a look at that. I think it's 17 feet something. Well, look, read here, east face. Right, so it tells you all of the designs. So you've got the crucifixion on it, you've got a dog on it, a deer, 2 bovines, one above the other in profile. Serpents uncoiling themselves into the cross arms, flanked by a figure on each side. The south side, there's a human figure. The 2 remarkable crosses displayed here, one complete except for its cap and the other surviving only in fragments, were probably both carved in the 9th century and are the earliest surviving testimony to the existence of an early Christian monastery on this site. Yet its old Irish name, Moone Cross, the walled enclosure or bog of St. Columkill, better known as Columba, suggests that the abbey may have been founded by the great Celtic churchman who lived in the 6th century. His connection with the site is supported by a 12th century literary source, and a nearby well dedicated to him was a popular place of annual pilgrimage until the last century. Fabulous, isn't it? Look at the carvings here and how good they are from according to the information here, it's saying the 9th century. But look at this. Look at the carvings there, look. See that? The face, look. Right, people, so the information here about this cross, like, and what it depicts, look at this. So it's saying, on it is the fall of man. Adam and Eve both hide their shame beneath the fruit-laden branches of the apple tree as the serpent climbs up its trunk and tempts Eve to eat the apple. And you have a depiction of Abraham about to sacrifice his son Isaac. Another story from the book of Genesis tells how old father Abraham, the Jewish patriarch, was tempted by God to sacrifice his son. Is that Isaac, is it? But as he was about to slay the boy on the altar in order to show his fear of God, the Lord told him to desist and to offer up instead a ram in a thicket nearby. Daniel in the lion's den is on it. 3 young Hebrews in the fiery furnace guarded over by an angel, and the flight into Egypt, right? And miracle of the loaves and fishes. So all those depictions, all those stories from the Bible are depicted on this high cross, people, from the 9th century. How the hell did they carve that way back then? I mean, look at the height of it. Mad, isn't it? As you can see, people, there's loads of information here, look, about this cross here, right? But look at here, it's just saying other crosses in the region as well. You see, look, this is all, that's County Wicklow there, that's County Kildare, you know, and I think over here is Carlow and Kilkenny. You see, look, County Carlow down here, right? So look, they're finding these crosses all over the place. It says here, the Moone Cross is artistically the masterpiece among the granite crosses of the Barrow Valley, but there are others in the region which share its stylisation and much of its biblical subject matter. More than 200 high crosses survive in Ireland, the majority being fragmentary like the whole crosses displayed here. These were created at 2 different periods in Irish history, one concentrated around the 9th century and the other in the 12th. Many bear selected scenes of the Old and New Testaments, usually on the shaft and head of the cross, and these tell the Bible story as a sermon in stone, cut up into panels like a film strip, and when taken together, sometimes emphasising, as here at Moone, some special symbolic theme or theological concept. All of these crosses were associated with early monasteries, some having been erected probably near the entrance, but others were commissioned by High Kings of Ireland, doubtless to mark a special occasion when church and ruler acted in unison. As far as we know, no high cross was erected to act as a grave marker as their modern counterparts do. So there you go, my friends. It's fabulous, isn't it? Right, people, I think it's time to hit the road for the spuds. I'm hungry, but it's a fabulous cross, isn't it? I think it's the 2nd tallest high cross in Ireland, this one here in Moone. And I vaguely remember coming here. I came here, God, it's probably longer than I think, you know. I came with friends. Yeah, but it's fabulous what we have here in Ireland. Like, what I can't get over is, how did they carve that going back in the 9th century? How did they do it? What tools did they use? That's what I'm fascinated by. That's the High Cross of Moone. Going back to the 9th century. Amazing, my friends. Right, people. Just before I go and get my spuds, I see on the map there a dolmen, you know, dolmen, right? You know, the two stones and a big stone on top of it, like an old burial chamber. And it's not too far from here. It's pretty close to Carlow town. So I'm just going to check that out, people, before I go for the spuds, okay? So stay tuned, my friends. And we got a bit of rain here as well. So stay tuned, my friends. Stay tuned.
Got a 2-ton weight from my hairline to my backbone, and it's dragging me around, but I don't listen. All your critics on red, mind your own business. That's right. And I run red lights. Now watch me fly. Got an angel to my left, devil to my right. We're going down. Hit the road, Jack. Won't come back, no. You can sign me. With the devil in my hand, now here's to the cheaters. Hey, 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 all your critics on red. This one's on me. Hey, oh yeah, that's right. Got an angel to my left, devil to my right. We're going down. Little while I got these ties. Those who survive know the one my time. Put them back just like that. What comes around goes around, my man. Say hey, hey, say hey, hey. Put them back and just like that you're going down for heaven's gate. Devil, devil to my right, we're going down.
Right, people, welcome to the Brownshill Dolmen here, just outside Carlow town, right? I can see it in the distance in the middle of this cornfield here, people, and it looks very impressive. So let's go and have a look at this, my friends, okay? And the rain's not going to interfere because I've got my little umbrella here. Okay, here's information about the dolmen. Look at this, people. There's a depiction from the Times, look. So it's saying Brownshill Portal Tomb was built as a burial place by Ireland's first farmers sometime between 4000 and 3000 BC. A portal tomb is so called because the entrance to the burial chamber is marked by a pair of tall portal stones and covered with a single massive capstone which rests on the portals and slopes downwards towards the rear. The capstone at Brownshill weighs about 150 tons and is probably the heaviest of its kind in Europe. Most portal tombs were surrounded by a mound or cairn of smaller stones, though no trace of this mound survives here. The artist's impression gives some idea of what the tomb might have looked like about 5,000 years ago. It's also saying here Brownshill, also called Kernanstown, has not been excavated, so we know very little about it, but both burnt and unburnt burials have been found in other portal tombs. Pottery vessels, flint arrowheads and scrapers and personal ornaments such as bone pins, pendants and stone beads have been found buried together with the bodies in these tombs. Amazing, probably the heaviest of its kind in Europe, my friends, this dolmen here, the stone, 150 tons. Right, this is very interesting, people. Oh, that's actually a field, believe it or not, a field of oats. That's the type of corn that's out there, it's oats. This is great. Walk here, people, look. Isn't it crazy, like, you know? I know going way back, about 5,000 years ago, this field wouldn't have been like this, you know what I mean? But this is amazing, like a dolmen 5,000 years old, now in the middle of a big, pretty substantial oats, a field of oats, right? And what would be great now, if you could come up here in July or August, right, when the oats is almost ready for harvest, when it's ripe, and you'd be just looking at a lovely, you know, golden type colour in the field here, and then this dolmen stuck in the middle of it. It's amazing, isn't it? Wow, we're looking at it from here now, people, it looks great. Let's go over and investigate this, my friends. Look at this. Hi. Walk underneath it, people. If it stood here for 5,000 years, I don't think it's going to fall down now, is it? Look at this, my friends. So I'm walking under a 150 ton stone from 5,000 years ago, my friends. Now, it's not mind blowing, isn't it? I think it is now. One of my sisters would come here and she'd go, yeah, that's nice, yeah, but it's just stones. That's what she'd say, you know what I mean? It just doesn't sink in. She'll say it does, but look at that. Isn't that incredible, isn't it? How the heck did they lift that 150 ton stone up there 5,000 years ago? How did they do it? They probably hired a big crane, did they? From Ace Hire or someone, I don't know. Now, that's incredible. We have all this here, people, in Ireland, you know. I know we have it in England and we have it in Europe too, but they're saying on information side that that's the biggest stone, you know, that they found. 150 tons, they reckon that is. Incredible, isn't it? I think so, people. I'm getting wet here. Ah, that's just brilliant. Very, very impressed with it. Very impressed, people. Stuck in the middle of a big cornfield. Super cool, my friends. Super cool. Right, people, the rain is starting to come down pretty heavy now. We haven't had rain for the last about 20 days, you know what I mean? So it's kind of needed, you know what I mean? But still, yeah. Wow, I'm really impressed by that, I have to say. Like, you know, Just think about it for a minute. Those stones are sitting in that place for 5,000 years. Isn't that incredible? Imagine all this stuff that they've seen. Well, you know, this is what I'm thinking in my head, right? What they've seen, like, you know, all the history of 5,000 years here in Ireland that has happened all around this area here and the whole of Ireland in 5,000 years, you know? Incredible. And them people are long gone, 5,000 years gone, you know what I mean? Oh, it's amazing, amazing people. Beautiful field of oats here. It's a pretty big field as well. Yeah. Right, people, we definitely have to go and get the spuds now, right? So stay tuned, my friends. Yeah, very impressed with that dolmen. And look at the lovely walk they have. You know, it's a lovely walk, isn't it? Just up along the field here. I'd love to be up here now on the day that the farmer has the combine in, is cutting the oats. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? You know, but anyway, beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, fabulous. Look at this walk, look. Brilliant, my friends, brilliant. Right, people, I don't know about you, but I was blown away by that dolmen, right? Fabulous. Right, people, I'm definitely heading for the spuds now to a pub in Wicklow called the Dying Cow.
Continue
right.
on R726 for 1 kilometre.
Okay, Susan, thanks very much. Susan is telling me it's 31 minutes away, right? So we'll be going cross country to the Dying Cow pub in Wicklow for the spuds, hopefully. So stay tuned, my friends, on an overcast rainy afternoon here, okay, in Ireland. But that's why we have the lovely green grass, the Emerald Isle, because of the rain. You know what I mean? Stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. They actually have cows here now, look. The dying cows. They're cool, isn't it? Look. Hello, cows. Hello. Isn't that cool, all the cows? It's deadly. People, this is where an awful lot of the hikers stop. A pit stop on the Wicklow Way, which is from Dublin all the way down to Carlow, right? See the Wicklow Way, the signpost, look, that way. Or you can go that way as well, okay? But let's go in here. Yeah, Dolan's. It's called Dolan's, the dying cow. Very, very good. Let me see what's saying here, look. The exact age of the pub is unknown, but is said to be over 300 years old. It acted as a stagecoach stop on the road from Shillag to Hackinstown, and the original service grill is located just inside the door. The lower road, which joins the Shillag Road at the Tanyard Cross, was built in the years following the famine. During renovation work in 1991, a gaming coin dating from 1788 was found in a wall. This was a copper coin said to be used by the poorer people in the community, while the gentry would have used similar coins made from silver and gold. A spirits book dated 1870 shows that 120 gallons of whisky had been delivered to the pub during that year. The pub has remained in the same family for the duration of its existence. It is known that the pub was run by James Tallon up to 1881, followed by Lawrence Tallon 1881 to 1896, Elizabeth Tallon from 1896 to 1932, Edward Tallon from 1932 to 1963, and Lil Dolan Nee Tallon 1967 to 2017, and Eamon Dolan 2017 to present. The name is said to have been added in the 1920s at a time when pubs were not allowed open on Good Friday or Christmas Day. The owner of the day, Elizabeth Tallon, was found to be serving a few locals on Good Friday when the Garda called. The now elderly landlady tried all her charm, claiming, "Sure you wouldn't summons an old woman. These men were only helping me with a dying cow." A summons duly arrived and the name has remained for a century. The pub is at a junction on the world-renowned Wicklow Way, which starts in Marley Park, Dublin, travelling the stunning Wicklow landscape before finishing in the picturesque village of Clonegale. Yeah, I think that Clonegale is down in Carlow. Well, let's go in, people, and have the spuds. Look, the dying cow. It's lovely, isn't it? Oh God, I hope they got spuds here. I hope they have spuds. I really do. Oh, that's not the way in, that's the ladies. Oh shit. Don't tell me it's closed. It can't be closed, can it? I hope not. People know that he doesn't do dinners here at all. Oh, good man.
I just had thought of going.
What time do you open at?
It used to be open if I just. I'm testing cows, so.
Ah,
Sure, walk
okay.
away there, you don't.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is it here.
This is the whole size of it. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's deadly. Yeah. Very good. And no, because that's the woman, she was getting it. I thought she was getting dinner here, but she wasn't, obviously.
Yeah.
And she was.
We do pizzas here.
Yeah. Oh, you do pizzas here, right? God.
Later on, we're doing. Like.
Yeah. Can I take a picture of that? Take a picture, just.
Walk away there, what will I take?
Good man.
Walk away there.
Great.
I just have to go here, sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'll just pull the door behind me on the way out, right?
Yeah, no, it's not right, walk away there.
Okay. Grand. Yeah, people know it doesn't do dinners. It's just a pub. Like it does pizzas, okay, But isn't it lovely, isn't it? Look, that's the size of it. It's really small, little pub. And look, I'd rather be in the dying cow. Look, it's not cool. Kilquinlan, Tullow, kangaroos, look. Think of the Irish Republic. So, it's ghastly because it is an actual farm, you know, and they have the pub. Look at a few, they have Guinness, obviously, Rockshore, Carlsberg and Smithwick's and stuff in it. I'm somewhat of a bullshitter myself, but occasionally I enjoy listening to an expert. Please carry on. Well, that's deadly, isn't it? Listen, thanks very much. Yeah, listen, thanks a million, right? I'm heading off again now. Come here. Where do you reckon is the nearest place to get dinner?
Slale a bit near us.
Is that far from here?
No, it's about 2 miles down to Parkview.
It just continues straight down that road, is it?
In the car park, you go
Yeah.
down that road, down this road to
Yeah.
the end. You come to a T-junction, turn right,
Okay,
and be down into Slale. You see Parkview right in front of you.
good man. Listen, thanks very much. Sorry for annoying you.
No, you're not
Right.
No, just let me.
I'm delighted to see it. Like and it's part of your farm. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh, look, and you have the monies from way back too, haven't you? Like all the
all over the world, yeah.
from all over the world. Wow.
Different people we call, like,
Yeah,
they live
yeah. Okay. And I just noticed you obviously you get a now, isn't that cool? He's after telling me where to go to get the spuds, right down the road, 2 miles. He says, right. Isn't it deadly? Isn't it? And they've a glamping pod here. You can stay here as well. They got glamping pod, but it's an actual farm. You see, they showed you the cows there. You know, so it's cool. Look at just where it is here. Look, the roads. Right, people. He said to go straight down this way, and take a right, and 2 miles down the road, and I should be getting the spuds because I am starving. Isn't it brilliant? Isn't it? A tiny little pub that's attached to a farm. Very good. Only in Ireland, my friends, only in Ireland. Right, people, still in search of the spuds. So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Searching for the spuds in Wicklow. Right, people, this definitely looks like a place where I'm going to get the spuds. So stay tuned, right? Right, people, I've never been here before. It's what I say it's called Shalag or something, right? In Wicklow here, right? And it's Moll's Kitchen Food, served till 8 p.m. So I'm in luck, right? So let's go in. Right, people, I'm going for the roast beef and a pot of tea, of course, so stay tuned. I am starving. I really am, because it's 10 to 4 and I'm gone since 9 o'clock this morning. And I had porridge for my breakfast with strawberries and that's all I had. So I'm starving. Now, people, that's what you call a dinner. Roast beef dinner, and I got cabbage as well. I love cabbage, and broccoli and carrots. Yeah, and mashed potatoes. Oh my God, I can't wait to get tucked into this, my friends. Have a look at this. Look at that, people. The carrots, look at the beef. Wow. Right, people, just some pepper. I love my pepper. I don't know what poor cow that was, but it's delicious, my friends. Delicious. And I don't normally eat beef, right? But I'm just so hungry. Oh, this is delicious. Delicious, my friends, delicious. Right, see you after dinner, people. I'll just have to get the dessert here, look. Homemade apple tart, custard and ice cream. Why is it that if you eat something nice like this, you start putting on the weight? So I haven't done this in a long time, you know, the dessert. But I was so hungry that I said, actually, why not? I'll have the tart and the custard and the ice cream. Stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. From I think I'm in County Wicklow. I could be in County Carlow, not too sure where I am. You know yourself, my friends. Right, people, just standing in the shelter here. Parkview House, Moll's, what's it called again? Moll's Kitchen Food Service, right? Served till 8 p.m. It was nice, right? Reasonable as well, because I got a pot of tea and I got the beef dinner, and I'm after getting the dessert you've seen there with the homemade apple tart, custard and ice cream. And it just came to €22.20, which was nice, right? It's a bit dated inside, my friends. It's a bit lost in the 80s or late 70s, early 80s, right? But it's a big function room and everything. So if you're looking for a place to hold a party or have a small wedding or something, this place here would be ideal in Wicklow here. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Yeah, it was a nice dinner. Right, people, back to the car. I can't pronounce the name of this little village here. Shillag or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting wet here, people. Right, people, listen to me. That's it from a nice little trip down to see that 9th century high cross of Moone, should I say? I think that was in County Kildare, and then that super cool Dolmen, right? That was in County Carlow, and I think where I am now, I'm in Wicklow, and the Dying Cow pub. That was a cool little pub, wasn't it? It's just part of a farm. That's so mad, isn't it? And a lot of the people who do the Wicklow way, they stop there and they get a drink, you know. Tiny little bar there, and right beside the farm. It was very, very good. Right, people, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. Apart from the rain, I still enjoyed it, my friends. So if you liked the video, please press the like, and if you're new to the channel, please press subscribe. It's free. And as usual, my friends, I have absolutely no idea of where my next video is going to come from, but it's going to come from somewhere, so stay tuned. Always up on a Sunday evening after 5 p.m. So that's it, my friends. Take care and keep safe. Always keep safe, my friends. Okay, bye.
'Cause